Our coming year has been triggered by a correspondence that we shared with the board. We had to do with the licensing regime under the board, which is instructing every gold trading entity to obtain the license either as a tier 1 buyer, a tier 2 buyer, itself as an aggregator or an aggregator. Now, one of the concerns that we had to do with the permit requirement that was levied to particularly the first tier buying entity or buying companies. And we felt that we needed to share some position on that to the board. Indeed, your response was very prompt. I think in less than 48 hours, I had a call from your office requesting for disengagement. And we also decided that indeed, if it's the case, we would gladly and quickly, swiftly show up and have this discussion. So the crux of it is simple. As a chamber, we welcome the direction now under the board policy. We believe that indeed it's a direction that would streamline and consolidate the activities within the gold trading segment or the gold buying segment. Issues regarding smuggling, anti-money laundering, we believe that are going to be minimized, if not entirely kept. So we felt that these are initiatives that, in line with the direction that the chamber felt that we are aligned to. So if it's the case, then let's forge with the board and then create that collaboration and partnership with the board, just so that while they achieve their objective, we are also cascading economic value to our membership. Our membership are largely within the downstream. They are the gold buying, companies are within the downstream, and we boast of a large size of membership, and it cuts across, the gold trading communities. So the Ashanti region, the Western region, parts of Central region, and even to the north. And we felt that this engagement is to let the board know that we are here to express our goodwill to establish a collaboration and partnership with them, just so that at the end of the day, the board also can have access to our base. And our base indeed forms, a large chunk of the gold trading segment. So indeed, coming here is in good faith. It's to partner with the board, bring some innovation to the gold trading segment, because the chamber would at some point, speak extensively on that. So whilst we advocate for the economic value that the business will bring to our membership, we also want to be a channel through which the board can also reach the base. And it's so the case that once the base is reached, it also translates into what the output levels that the board is looking at. So in short, this is our mission here, and we are believing that by the time we close these discussions, we would have established a solid partnership and a solid collaboration with the board. Thank you.
I saw your letter sometime last week, and you were raising an issue that had not been brought to my attention about the fact that the fees that the EPA is charging some of your members who are applying for gold board licenses are a bit exorbitant for certain categories. And so I wanted to have a detailed understanding of what the issue was and how we can engage the EPA to see if we can have a reduction for certain categories of license application of licenses, because the licenses are not the same. They've been categorized for good reason, and at certain levels, I don't even think that EPA permit may be necessary. And so, first of all, I want to tell you that we are a listening institution who work hand in hand with all stakeholders to make sure that there is customer satisfaction, that our policies impact positively on our stakeholders. And so we've taken on board that concern. The Director of Corporate Planning is here. Our technical people are not here, but they have my instructions to review that licensing requirement, at least for Tier 1 buyers, because Tier 1 buyers don't go through any process of assay. But for Tier 2, we will require them to do that. And if the fee is exorbitant, we'll engage EPA to see these fees stem from the Fees and Charges Act, because these are statutory fees. But if something can be done about it, we would like to explore that. But on our side, what we can do, we set the requirements, so we are free to amend it as we deem fit. And we think that Tier 1 buyers should be exempted from the requirement of EPA permits. Even for the Tier 2s, you realize that we've made it flexible. You can submit your application without certain statutory approvals. We allow for a longer duration, 30 days after a grant of the license, for applicants to get some of these approvals, because we know that the bureaucracy sometimes make it difficult. The Gold Board is here to serve the nation, and we cannot do that alone. We have to do that with our partners. Yes, per the provisions of the Gold Board Act, we are the sole buyer of all ASM gold, but we buy this gold through our licensed agents, Tier 1 buyers, Tier 2 buyers, self-financing aggregators and aggregators. So the welfare and comfort of these players are very important to us. We're doing this to ensure that there is supply chain traceability. Because if you're going to be buying gold for the Gold Board, then we need to know who you are. And by applying for the license, you give us information about your company or business. So we get to know you. We get to conduct due diligence on you. We get to subject you to our code of anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing rules. And we are able to track your activities. We are happy that you have expressed the willingness to partner with us to ensure compliance with our licensing regime. And it is our hope that you will encourage all your members. Now the groups are becoming many. So I don't know which one is this, because not too long ago we met another association. But whichever way it is, whoever your members are, please work with us to get them well informed about this new licensing regime. The process is not onerous at all. We've tried to make it as seamless as possible. You can apply for a license right in your palms, on your phone, on a laptop. You just have to go on our website. It takes you to the licensing portal. You pay the necessary application fee online. You apply. We have removed the human interface element. So there is no corruption, there is no bribery, there is no inducement, there is no favoritism or cronyism. It is a very transparent and competitive process. And once you qualify, you get a license. I don't take or demand bribes before I grant licenses. As we have announced, by the 21st of this month, we shall ensure that only holders of Gold Board licenses are able to buy gold. And so if you are not licensed by the Gold Board, you cannot buy gold after 21st of June. It will constitute a punishable offense to do so. And let me reiterate our position that this new deadline is non-extendable. It used to be the 21st of May. We decided to extend it by 1 month upon request from various stakeholders. And we are not going to extend it further, because we want to ensure responsible sourcing and traceability. And the surest way of doing that is to make sure that all our agents and partners are registered.